I developed a passion for R&B and soul because that was what was around me. Growing up in DC, DC is a very musical city. You know, go-go is the music of DC, but also DC is also a very big R&B town, or at least it definitely was when I was growing up. So that was just, and live music, shows, festivals, and my mom was really into music. And I've always had a hobby of collecting music, or not really collecting. I didn't collect, but I would go through her music collection and claim it. And I used to have a hobby of reading credits. I used to always like knowing and finding out who was it that produced a record, or how did a record get made. Like that stuff always interested me, even as a kid. So it was just something in me, I guess. I just always had a love for it.
So when you listen to like the R&B playlist that she works on, you can feel her confidence. The selection to the sequence, to just the way that it radiates in the speakers, you know what I mean? Or in your surround system, or on your headphones, you can feel it. Like this is a human touch on this playlist. And so that's a testimony to passion.
And I would always have a hobby. I had a hobby also of listening to new albums when they would come out and picking the single, or what I thought should be the single. And even growing up, I would make playlists for, I guess they weren't playlists back then, mixtapes. So I would make mixtapes for my girlfriends, like if they were going through a breakup, you know, I would make a heartbreak mixtape. Or like when I was in college, like my homeboys, if they were having like a date and a girl over, they would pay me to make them a slow jam tape or something like that. So it's funny that what I do now was actually my hobby. You know what I mean? So now it's almost the same thing. So when we're doing playlists, I'm thinking about what the theme of the playlist is gonna be, and I work around it that way.
When Mjeema's putting a playlist together, she's focused and excited. Like, she is so passionate about the music that she programs, she just goes in. So she'll call me over. She'll be like, X, come over. And then like, about that one right there, and then when that one rolls into that one, and then I'm always telling her, man, I can't wait till the playlist is ready so I can listen to it. So she's just really passionate about it, and she's very meticulous about the order of the songs, who wrote the songs, how it leads into the next song, and how it influences the other song and the overall feel of the playlist.
I've been surrounded by great colleagues. I don't have many, maybe a couple, but I don't have a lot of like war stories or anything. Like, thankfully, I've worked with a lot of great people that have been empowering and that have been supportive. And even, you know, the small amount that I have faced, one thing I've always kept in mind was the prize, which is following my passion.
This is a short story, so we're super New Edition fans. So we were really excited, and over the holidays, we were texting each other just about New Edition and the New Edition movie coming out and what kind of plans we want to put around it. So we talked about these plans that were really dope, and we put it together. And then next thing you know, I get this text message with this picture of her in a room full of New Edition posters when she was a little girl. That tells you everything you need to know about Mjeema.
It's like we all know, like as a woman, you have to try harder and you have to put forth more effort. And so I've been a woman all my life. So this is all I know, to just keep my eye on the prize and to keep going.
I think it's important to have a woman in that role, but especially a woman like Mjeema in the role of head in R&B, global head of R&B at Spotify. It empowers women, one, because they can see that there's a woman that has that kind of power, so they can be inspired by the fact that she's doing that, and she's bringing a different perspective to the table. Men have controlled, you know, different aspects of the music industry for so long. You just need a different perspective, a different point of view.
This has been my life, really. So, and it's just been expounding since I started. So yeah, it's an amazing feeling that I can still be able to do it and to still love it, you know. I'm Mjeema, I'm the head of R&B for Spotify, and I am REVOLT.